repeat the chanting, chapter 12, verses 11 to the end. Athaitatapyashattosi kartum madyogamashritah sarvakarma palatyagam tadat kuru yatatmavan shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat jnanam vishishyate jnanat karma palatyagah tyagaccham kiranantaram adveshta sarvabhutanam maitram karuna eva cha nirmamo nirahankarah samadukha sudakshami santushta satatam yogi yatatma dridhanishchayah mayyarpitamano buddhi yo madbhaktasamidvayah yasmano dvijate lokah lokano dvijate jayah arshamarshabhayodvegaihi mukto yasya priyah anapekshah shuchidrakshah udasino katavyatah sarvarambha parityagi yo madbhaktasame priyah yo na vishyati na dveshti na shochati na kamshati shubha parityagi bhaktimanyasame priyah samashatrau cha mitre cha tata manapamanayoh shitoshna sukha dukkeshu samasanga vivarjitah tulyamindastutir mauni santushto yena kenachit aniketasya adiri bhaktiman me priyo narah yetu dharmamritamidam yadoktam varyupasate shraddhana matparamaha bhaktaseti maname priyah.
Sahana bhavatu sahano bhunaktu saha viryankaravavahai tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. 35 qualities of a Bhakta. The first verse, he gives about 9 qualities. Just flows rattling off like. It's just waiting for a floodgate to open. That's how he flows. It's too high, I think. I'm getting a feedback. I can't hear myself. They're used to talking, not listening. Yeah. Little reduce panna po. Now it's okay? Last bench. He's just waiting for this qualities to start. Almost. And you find now from every chapter almost, he goes on and on and on. These qualities. And what is interesting about these qualities is they refer as qualities of a person who has already got devotion with him. Remember, when Saint Tyagaraja sang on Rama, he had bhakti. The bhakti in him came out as music. Okay. Whereas when you sing that same song, what do you do? Bro Barama, when you hear, when you sing, of course, it has a tremendous bhavana in that. Of course, you must understand the meaning. You are carrying the whole world. Carrying me, one fellow, is it a big problem for you? Am I such a pain on your neck or what? This is how he is singing. When you sing that same song, it's not that bhakti in you expresses like that. That expression kindles bhakti in you. You see, for Tyagaraja, bhakti came as music. For us, his music kindles bhakti in us. That's the difference. Same way, when he is narrating the qualities of a Bhakta, Bhakta will have these qualities. So what are we supposed to do now? Imitate all that. By imitating the qualities of the Bhakta, we feel a possibility of us developing that quality in us. The inner state of his expresses as that. In our case, we don't have that spiritual growth, evolution already attained. We are attempting that. You see? So for us, what is it, sir? This becomes a good exercise. But mark, there is a danger. With a caution, you should enter into these 35 qualities. It's a very good possibility for all of us to imitate the external expressions, because when I'm trying to explain the qualities, I have to explain the qualities only as a expression, manifestation, action, behavior, conduct. Now you will listen to that conduct, you will listen to that behavior, and all of us are excellent masters of imitation. Remember, imitation will have a better value than the original, Cheap. Buy one local mobile phone and get a sticker, Apple. Isn't it? Very similar. No big difference, actually. Just a small change. In fact, there was one competition they had of, actually happened, Charlie Chaplin's life. And they had that City Lights, that movies became super hit. That premiere show, they had one competition all over England. They identified people who imitate like Charlie Chaplin. And the final prize, there is a panel of judges who will judge them. They have to perform, and Charlie Chaplin was invited to give the award, prize, first prize. And you all know, Charlie Chaplin being what he is, he sneaked through the green room and he called one of the fellow who is dressed as Charlie Chaplin, said, "Hey, I will go to the stage, you go there." So Charlie Chaplin performed as Charlie Chaplin along with other 7-8 contenders. To the surprise of Charlie Chaplin, it's not even first, second, third. No prize for him. The panel of judges said, a fellow who is imitating better than. Like I remember when I came to Bangalore, one person, when Swamiji was giving lectures in town hall, one person went to Swamiji. "You speak exactly like Ishwaran." Adappavi, day. Yeah, that's where he called. He said, "Hey, at least change the example, no?" Same petrol in the car example also he gave. "Okay, Swamiji, next time onwards I'll give diesel in the car." Imitation has a tremendous value, remember, because it falls very close to the original. Therefore, all of us can mistake that imitation to be the original. Now, and to recognize that, you need the perception, otherwise you can't recognize. Like if you were to give me, the 18 karat gold, 22 karat gold, 24 karat gold, if you place in front of me and ask, which is what? I can't decide. Honestly, if anybody wants to try, can try. And decide that. A quality of silk. For us, we go to buy, dress material, Diwali purchase. My father had only one formula. If the material is thick, it is a good one. If it is thin, he says not good one. The telecotton, remember? When it came, my father didn't buy that. He said, "No, it's not a good quality one." No, thikkave illa. Should be thick. Silk. Can you identify that different qualities of that silk? Same way, you see the capacitors inside the TV. I don't know now what is there inside, but old TVs, capacitors are different. Things will be there. Most of us will mistake the good one to the poor quality one, because the good quality one will not have the shine. I did TV mechanism, TV mechanic, course I did. That's the first thing the fellow taught. He kept 2, 3 in front of us. I said, hey, tell me which is good one in this. All of us went to the, bright one. Bright and shiny. And I said, sir, this is the new one, sir. There is no, that's not the way it works. To see the difference, remember, in any field for that matter, you need solid understanding. Same way, these qualities are all, very familiar to all of us. It's not that I need to take a special class, actually speaking. All these words on a daily basis we all use. Don't hate. You all understand the word, no? Friendly, compassion. You all understand? Next verse. But then the problem is that what does it mean? What it means to be compassionate? What it means to be friendly? Putting your hands around the shoulder and keep walking, is that friendliness? What defines that? Now, how do you identify a friend? How can you be sure that you are a friend? Now, all of us wants others to be friend. Now, my question is, are you a friend? All of us want a trustworthy people around us. The fundamental question is, are you trustworthy? How do you fix that? That is the question we ask here. That's where we pause with each quality a little. You can't go in detail. It will be too much to go in detail. But at least we must have some idea of the grandeur of each quality. It's very easy for all of us to relate to anger, jealousy, fear. So much of discussion, so much of analysis you all hear about all these things. Hardly we see anyone discusses about compassion. Huh? What is the difficulty being compassionate? Yeah, compassion, that's all. You should be compassionate, no? Should you not be? Do you lose by being compassionate? Friendly, yeah, be friendly, no? What's wrong in that, sir? But what defines? Love everyone. I love everybody, sir. That's why Krishna is not saying love everyone. He says, don't hate anyone. No dvesha towards anyone. That's the first quality he gives. Adveshta sarvabhuta. Not to all beings. All beings include what? Cockroach. First thing, it says no hatred towards cockroach also. That doesn't mean, allow cockroach all over. Don't invite me. Cockroaches. No hatred. Now we ask the question, okay, why do you hate? Sir, the sight itself, looks at. Vijigupsa says. You get that Vijigupsa, that aversion. There are few people, you think of them, you get averse. Yes. Hate that fellow. And it is so interesting. As you grow old, you camouflage the whole thing. That's why this knowledge is easy to teach the youngsters than the old. Because if I ask you, do you hate anyone? What is the answer you will give? I don't hate anyone. Your pen will not move. I've asked in my house. Suddenly one day I went to my mom and asked her, I said, do you hate anyone? No. Why are you asking all this? I don't have to ask my daughter. Every day she gives a list. Hate that fellow, hate this girl, hate that fellow. Dad, one day she will come from college and say, if police comes to the house, don't get scared. Huh? They'll come only to arrest me, not you. Why? I am going to kill that fellow, murder him. He just escaped today. Why? No knife in the hand. They can see. And now we all think, as we get older, we are getting matured. Only thing is, you are not expressing it. Remember, it's not that you are not experiencing it. You are experiencing. You do that. But only problem is what? You lack that objectivity, that sincerity and genuinity to express yourself. That's why the youngsters, this is what we call as, generation gap. The youngsters can express. And when they express, they look bad and you are not expressing. Therefore, you look saintly. And you think this generation is very bad, sir. Nowadays, you cannot. I watched, 2 weeks back, I am watching one 1952 movie. 1952 movie. There that fellow says, these days people are like that. And like this, there was a congregation and there was a teacher like me sitting and talking to people. And from the audience, they're telling him, sir, I think you must teach the youngsters these days. They are very bad. The teacher was Socrates. From Socrates' period, same problem. No change. Why? As you grow, I should not say as you grow, as you age, you miss the feelings that you are actually experiencing. See, so that is why when you read this Adveshta Sarvabhutanam, you all of you will give pass mark for yourself. If I were to ask every one of you, if you have to give yourself a mark, do you hate anyone? Answer will be what for all of us? Knowing this exactly is what Krishna is giving this. And he is speaking to Arjuna, who is standing there. 12 chapters, huh? Don't forget. The discussion was happening where? The field of Kurukshetra. For what they have gathered? Not to perform yajna there. Killing each other. And that killing is much more gruesome than the killing that we do now. Because physically you have to attack and kill. Now it's all, you are sitting somewhere inside the AC room and press a button. One thing will go and fall, destroyed. And the fellow who is actually attacking has no clue of what's happening here. That's why even a terrorist doesn't stand there to see what is happening. They'll plant a bomb and get out of that site. They will not see. Why? Not easy to see, To see that, death. It's barbaric. Not possible. To continue fighting there, how much is needed inside? What sort of a mindset is needed for that? There, Krishna standing and saying, what? No hatred to any being. In a classroom saying, no hatred to any being has no beauty. In a battlefield, Krishna standing there and Arjuna is saying we should not fight. Krishna is saying you should fight. And then he says what? No hatred. Oh, without hatred, how do you kill? Surgery you can do. Sir, I can say, sir, I am a surgeon, I am doing surgery, therefore, correct. In a battlefield, will you stand there and say, no hatred? The rivalry between these two fellows, the Pandavas and Kauravas, is like unbelievable. Says no hatred. Now, why do you hate? When someone were to do something which is contrary to your likes and dislikes, is a time you will hate them. That is why as you age, you don't register. Because as you age, you start generalizing your likes and dislikes. Whereas when you are young, your likes and dislikes are very specific. You are very alert. You are more objective. There you can register. That's why when you go there, when you get old, you can't register. You say, why a person hates? Fundamentally, the problem is this. Fundamentally, I say, now when someone hurts you, obviously you will hate that person, right? You would like to break their bones when they hurt. Brand new car, fully paid. You bring. One fellow comes and bangs the car with the ring. What do? Guy, take off your hand. You get angry, you get frustrated, you get irritated, you hate that fellow. Next time he comes anywhere near the car, I'll shoot him. Why? Because he is hurting. When someone hurts your sentiments, when someone hurts your valuable things, destroys what you value, you will hurt them, correct? So anyone who inflicts pain on you, you will hate them. Agreed? All of you agree to that? Okay. Many times we have seen our teeth bites the tongue, hurts. What you should do? Now what you should do? Break the teeth? Do you do that? Why don't you do that? It hurts, right? Who did that? Teeth only did. So what you should do? Pluck out all the... Why we are not doing it? I don't think anyone goes to the dentist. Pluck out all this, these fellows. What is the reason?
It's a very function. It's a part of me.
Huh?
It's a part of me.
Part of?
Myself.
It's my teeth. The moment you identify that which is inflicting pain as mine, what happens? No hatred. That's why you don't hate your teeth. That's why you brush. If you hate your teeth, what you should do? You break it. You don't brush it and keep it clean. And flossing, and some of them go for the whitening, teeth whitening, and then this adjustment, that adjustment. So much of work you do. And what that fellow does? Biting a food, he is destroying your own tongue. He said, it doesn't matter, sir. We'll still hold it as. Why? Because it is mine. So therefore, your hatred is not just because somebody is inflicting pain. It is because of what? Otherness. Is different from me. The moment you fix someone, somebody, something to be different from you, you cannot have this not hating. You will hate. It's just a question of time. That's about it. That's why the maximum fight you have with whom? Maximum fight. The spouse. Why? Maximum fight. Every daughter fights with mother. You see? Every daughter fights with mother. Every son fights with father. No exception. Till what? Every son fights with father till he gets married. Every daughter fights with mother till she becomes, the day she becomes mother, you should see. The way they see their mother after that. My God. Suddenly there is so much of identification. Why? See, this is the problem. Psychology will come up to the first step. All daughters have fighting with mother. All sons will have fight with father. Whole lifetime? No, that's not the case. It comes up to a point and then it converts. It changes. What point it changes? The moment he starts seeing himself as father, herself as mother, after that what happens? Mother, mother. Before that, what is the relationship? Daughter, mother. There will be fight. Father, father. No fight. It's just a question of what? Your ability to identify a common denominator. That's all it is. How do you get that oneness? How do you get it, sir? Get that common denominator. And there is one thing which is a common denominator for all of us. That's the self. So the one who has struck that common denominator identifies with the entire range of beings. Therefore, he doesn't hate any being. You're all with me? How we arrive at it. So you start like this. So we start our analysis. Okay, why do we hate? Anyone who gives. Does it mean anyone and everyone? All time? No, sir. Conditional. What is it? What is this conditional? Do I have identification with that person or not? If I have identification with the person, then no hatred. That state is what is referred as love. The state of identification. My capacity to identify with you defines my capacity to love. So he says, this otherness. What is the difference, sir? You do your thing, I do my thing. What is the problem? Why do you have to hate? Like when Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he went to the Ganges to take bath, to have a dip. and he saw one scorpion, falling into the water. So he took it out from the water and placed it on the ground. As he is taking it out and putting it here, stings. And poor thing, it has not got the balance. Again it is falling into the... What is this man doing? Again he is picking it and putting. When he is again picking it and putting, again what is it doing? Stings. All his disciples were around. They know their master is something wrong with him. But they didn't expect he will be so bad. Third time, fourth time also he was doing the same thing. So they asked, "Sir, are you not understanding what's happening?" He said, "You fellows are not understanding what's happening. It is functioning according to its nature. Scorpion's nature is what? Sting. My nature should be what? To help. If he has, like a lot of them, a couple of these people come and tell me, "Sir, I am a social drinker." In a social drinker? Huh? I say, "Why?" No, when I go for parties, business people, all of us, we meet. We meet, they ask us to have. So we must have. Only then. I said, "See, the man who is requesting you to drink has a tremendous conviction." What? Do you have the conviction to tell him not to drink? He has a conviction. Like all of us have a tremendous conviction to tell you go to one restaurant and you eat and you like that masala dosa. Fantastic masala dosa. Very tasty. Next time anyone who is asking you, "Where shall we go?" what will be your response for that? Masala dosa you want? In Gandhi Bazaar, there is a hotel. Vidyarthi Bhavan. I had one student. I used to have classes, not here. We just started here. In the whole culture, I was having just 2 lanes up away from here. So this guy will come to the class, before me. I was living the same house. First, terrace, we had a room. We are having class there. And from the first floor to second floor, before I come, he will be there. And he has never missed the class. He'll come and sit in the class. Hey, very good class. The moment I start, I close my eyes. Shana, Odu, Shan, Shan. I open my eyes, this guy will not open. He will be in that meditative state. And he was so sincere, I got so jealous. Somebody is more sincere than me. If anyone who displays more sincerity, I have a doubt. I don't trust. No chance. After about 4 or 5 months, I asked him, "What are you doing? Who are you?" "But this is the best place, sir." "Where are you from?" "I am from Whitefield." "From Whitefield, you come here?" "Class, Baswangudi." "Very convenient, Yes. Your class timing is the best. I've never seen any timing like this." I said, "Okay." 8 to 9:30 I used to have classes there. So he'll come. You know what he will do? He will reach Baswangudi 7:30. Vidyarthi Bhavan. Dosa. Class. After class, he will go back to Vidyarthi Bhavan, have one more dosa and go. So between two dosas, Bhagavad Gita. I understood why the fellow is in the meditative state. Very nice dosa, sir. The moment you enjoy a movie, you have the conviction to tell, hey, good movie, man, you must watch. Did you watch that movie? The conviction that you have about a restaurant, about the movies, about all this, do you have the same conviction when it comes to Gita? The man who says you must drink and you take a stand that I will, you have agreed with him, but you are not able to convert him to you. Why? His nature. Your swabhava is what? You are just waiting for an excuse to drink. And now that he has offered, you put the blame on him and say what? You only offered. I am, saintly person, sir. That fellow spoiled. Otherwise, I would not drink. That's the meaning of social drinker. There is a conviction. Stick to your nature. And everyone functions according to their nature. Now, everything has a different natures. Now, why are you getting involved in that? When you are not getting involved in the natures of others, you cannot hate anyone. All your hatred stems from where? From you getting involved in their nature. What is their nature? That's what you look into. So remember, from where this hatred comes, pluck the root. And a Bhakta is one who has plucked the root of hatred. That's why he is able to practice in all beings. Maitra is the next quality. Friendliness. First quality, Adveshta Sarva Bhutana. The second one is Maitra. It's friendly. Now friendliness is another, not hatred is one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is being friendly. Now, what does friendliness means? What is referred here as friendliness? Essentially, the quality of friendliness means equality. We are equal. That's why the ability of you to develop friendship loses post-college. Isn't it? Your school friends are far more deeper. The school friendship is far thicker and far deeper. You see your old schoolmate vis-a-vis, you meet someone with whom you have worked. You see the difference? What is the difference? Why we all cherish the school friends? Compared to school friends, college friends are lower. Compared to that, office. That's why we don't call it office friends. We call them as what? Colleagues. As long as I'm in this company, we are talking every day, having breakfast, lunch, dinner, tea break, this break, all those things. That day I resign and move to next company. After that, what happens here? By mistake, if you see in the airport, you will say, hi, where are you going? There's no, that the sense of we are equal comes only when you have this quality of friendship. it? It's an amazing one. See, you will find in the world people who had no parents, isn't it? Or you will find people who don't have mother. As soon as the child is born, mother passed away. So she has no experience of what it is to be with mother. Same way, father. There are people who are single child, so they don't know what it is to be with brother, sister. They don't know. Now there are so many things like that. Every relationship you can find out in the world that not there for somebody, sir. One group will be there who have never experienced that. But you will not find any group in the world who say, I had no friends. They can't survive. They'll go off. That one relationship you can never miss in your life is this friendliness, friendship. It's a fascinating one. And it is so interesting. With friends, when they are interacting with each other, you see, there is no formalities, There's no formality. When Sudama went to see Krishna, Lord Krishna, he is the king of Dwarka, right? Sudama was a pauper. The security didn't allow him to enter the palace. Sudama. Sudama goes and tells the security guard, says, hey, won't tell him, Sudama has come. We have studied together. Not studied together. Every day I'm getting fellows like you. Get out. Will not get a chance. And somehow that news reaches Krishna. He is having his meal. The traditional people would not get up halfway through the meal. Or if they sit to have, will not get up. He simply left the whole thing and got up and ran. He comes running to receive Sudama. I'll give you the story. I don't know, this is one of the, tragedies of our movies. We have made Sudama character as a joker. Because you see in all the movies, only comedians in every language where I have seen Sudama character being portrayed were all done by comedians. So we think, he is just a comedy character. We have no idea of the grandeur of Sudama. See, just think from your level. A fellow who is poverty-stricken goes to meet his friend who is royalty, king. Chairman of all the banks in the world. Only then we understand. One bank itself, forget about chairman. One bank manager itself is a big thing for you. General manager. No. Krishna is a chairman of all the banks in the world. He can sanction anything. That's the power he has. And Sudama, who is poverty-stricken, he is going to meet Krishna. Okay? You all understand the scene? Krishna receives him and takes him to the room. And he offers him, because he is a Brahmana. Right? So he does Pada Puja to him. Krishna does Pada Puja to Sudama. after doing Pada Puja and all those things, applying sandal, this and all those things, and then this and all that, suddenly he asks, "What have you brought for me?" In fact, that's not the way he asks. What is it that Sushila sent to me? Sushila is Sudama's wife. And I have asked people who have studied, Harivamsa, Bhagavatam, Mahabharata. These are the three works where Krishna's story comes. All three I have asked. Is there any where Krishna met Sudama before the scene? Nowhere there is a record. Nowhere there is a record that Krishna was invited for the wedding of Sudama. So, Krishna had no clue whether Sudama married or not, for all purpose. But look at the languaging here. These are the words which are very important. We miss all this. The nuances of the scriptures is here. Krishna is asking him, what is that your wife had sent to me? Who is Sudama? Pauper. Childhood friend of Krishna, correct. What is Sudama? Poverty to the core. Poverty to such an extent where the kids of Sudama has forgotten what would be the taste of rice. You all understand? You're not understanding. I'm just saying you're also nodding. They have forgotten the taste of rice. Then what they were eating? No idea. They were all eating, living, and continuing. Such poverty is the state. When a wife were to know that her husband's friend is such a rich, big fellow, not only that, the fact that Krishna is asking Sudama that what is it that your wife has sent to me? Sushila is his wife's name. Your name only. Where is that Sushila? Where is this one? No connection. In terms of poverty, I'm saying. He is sent. Which means Krishna is aware of what? The state of affairs of Sudama. Right? Question is, why he didn't do anything? Why he didn't do anything? He didn't do anything. How long is it going to take for him to send? Build a house, man, for them. Give them a house, give them a shelter, and give, few things to this guy. Take care of him. You can't take a stand saying, oh, Sudama has to come and request Krishna, only then he will do. Is it friend then? You should ask me, then I will do. If you didn't ask me, like people used to come and ask, Ishwar, if you want anything, let me know. One fellow asked, I was not in a good mood that day. He made a mistake of asking me. Long time back. I want your house, give me. Huh? I want your house, give me. Joking. I'm not joking, man, I'm serious. That's the last time I met that fellow. After that, he disappeared from my, I think he would have left Bangalore. He is living in Bangalore. Can you say that's friendship? Sudama should approach. What is it then? Keep that aside. Okay? All these things you need to factor in when you are studying. Don't just read the story and move on. He says, you come, he is asking, what? Now, what is fascinating here is, when a poor fellow suffering and the mother is seeing the kids suffering, what that mother will do? What that mother will be telling her husband who is going to meet that rich friend? What would be her instructions? Hey, go there and ask him this. But that's not what she does. She sends gift. You only told, no? Krishna likes this, puffed rice. When he was a child, that was his favorite. Eternally we have been giving puffed rice for Krishna. Ganesha forms all not changed. But eternally that fellow should have only modaka. Why? He doesn't like burger, pizza. You people have all that. I have never tasted, but it tastes good only, no? Yeah. But Ganesha should be suffering what? Modaka only for him. Everywhere Modaka. Everybody does that. Change man, little. Next time when you have Ganesh Chaturthi, what you should make? Make some burger, pizza, 2-3 varieties of pizza. You make an offer. He will enjoy and bless you more. You only said Krishna likes puffed rice. No, therefore, take this. Give him. He will enjoy that. Her kids have forgotten the taste. At that stage, what she is doing? He is sending the puffed rice for Krishna. So the general psychology will be what? You go to ask. Isn't it? And a poor fellow goes to a rich guy. What is the general psychology? To ask. The rich fellow, when he meets the poor fellow, first thing he will offer is what? What do you want, man? Sometimes when we call people, they say, I want to meet you. Say, what do you want? No, I just came to meet you. Huh? Just you came to meet me? Sometimes I do this to doctors. Some of the doctors, when I like them, I say, you enter the cabin, they'll be sitting there, you walk in. As you walk in, how are you, doctor? Ask him and walk. And see their reaction. It will be very interesting. Next time, when you visit doctors, you ask them, how are you, doctor? Say, he will get confused because he is supposed to ask a question. They have no patient goes to them and asks, how are you? He is supposed to ask us, how are you feeling now? How is your stomach? How is your back? How is your this? Now he goes here. The rich man were to meet his poor friend, first thing he will do is what? What I can do to you. In Sudama's case, exactly opposite. The poor fellow goes to the rich fellow carrying gift to offer. And the rich fellow, first thing he is doing is what? As though he knew exactly what they will do. Is asking him, what is it that your wife has sent to me as a gift? Thanks for that. He eats. And of course, you all know the story. After that, what happened? After that, what happened? Now, boring that is. That's not interesting part. This scene is the most interesting part there. What is that friendship? It's almost impossible to believe. That is friend. They understand each other so well. And to me, what was more interesting was, how is it that Sudama's wife understood that? That is the, she stands far above even Sudama actually. Natural condition of wife is what? Like Rama saying that, after, the Dasratha called and said, banish, get out. Previous evening you call him and say, you are going to be the king, okay, tomorrow morning. Midnight they call and say, hey, get out of the country, banished. Rama says, okay. The problem is not about Rama. The most interesting part is Sita's reaction to that. Sita's reaction to that is what? If your wife were to be there, what she will do? Okay, if you were to be in Sita's position, what you would have said? You Buddhu, whatever your father says, you like a, what we say in Tamil, that boom boom mad. Have you seen? Nowadays I have not seen much actually. Here we used to come. In Basangudi I used to see. In my side and all there, Hebbal side is not there. That one fellow will decorate the bull, will bring. And whatever that fellow says, it will keep nodding his head. Here like that boom boom mad or what, idiot. What do you think of me? I am Janaka's daughter. One day the fellow comes and says, don't you have courage to stand up and fight for your rights? What sort of husband are you? Sita didn't say anything. That's the greatness of that character. Same way, the greatness of his, Sudama's wife is something fascinating. What made her to take that stand? Yeah. Another friend. You are also having friends. You are also claiming to be friend. Are you anywhere near Krishna or anywhere near Sudama? Nothing. What is that friendliness? There is no differentiation. There is no difference. Poverty or richness has got nothing to do with their relationship. Understanding the deep psychology is where this is, Buddha took the exact opposite stand. Everybody knew Buddha is a king. Imagine a king comes to your house begging. How will you treat him? He said, today he may be begging. Tomorrow if the father catches him and he becomes a king. Forget about king coming. When corporator comes to your house, what you will do? The local corporator comes and says, I think you are doing some construction. Yes sir, please come in. Why? Power. The king comes and stands. That's why you see all those, the 24 Tirthankas of Jain, all of them Kshatriyas, all of them kings, no exception. You see that? Have you ever observed? All of them, no exception. And they talk, if you are were to discuss the quality of ahimsa, we'll see that later. The picture of ahimsa is who? The Jains. They're Jain Munis, they're those Tirthankas stand for, Mahavira stands for that epitome of ahimsa. But they belong to which category? Kshatriyas, warriors. When a warrior stands for ahimsa, the quality ahimsa is authentic. See, the Brahmana is saying, I am ahimsa. Ahimsa is a weakness. Die, I will go under that carpet. South India, how many South Indians are there in the army? There's a fight happening in the street. This fellow will go inside the house and lock. As a Brahmin. And then he says, don't fight. Out of fear, you're scared. You can't see pain. Therefore, you stand for, ahimsa. Whereas this man understands that. As a result of it, he transcends it. That's authentic. Same way here. That quality of friendliness is something fascinating. Develop that, he says. The one who is a Bhakta, naturally be friendly towards everyone. Why? Because he treats everyone equal. Everybody is equal here. Like in Mirabai's life, she got to know, she had that fascination to, pay her respects to all the great gurus. She gets to know if there is any guru who has come into the city, she would visit. So she heard that one, great master has come to the city. So she is gone, to meet him. He is a queen. So she goes. And from a distance they could hear the noise. Quickly the disciples of that guru, came and closed the door. They locked the door. Not allowed. Mirabai was sitting at the other side, the door. This man is sitting this side of the door, locked. And she is crying, what sin I have done? I have just come to do one Pada Puja for you. Just to have some darshan with you. Please, allow me to do that. Allow me to have a darshan of you at least. If I should not do this. That man says, nothing doing. Why? I am a man, you are a woman. I will not see. Huh? She heard that. Mirabai's response to that. Oh, if you believe yourself to be a man, then you must be Krishna. Because in the world there is only one man. Rest are all what? Women only. If you claim yourself to be a man, then you must be Krishna. Everybody is saying that equality. Therefore, there is no difference. What difference is make? Now you think you are a man because you have a male body? Huh? Because I have a female body, that I am a woman? She says no. There is only one person in this entire universe can claim to be a man, that is Krishna. Everybody else is what? All of us are his devotees. That's her bhavana. She had that, Sakhi, beloved. That's the, bhavana of Mirabai. Surdas had a different bhavana towards Krishna. You see, Surdas will always see Krishna as what? Child. Mirabai's Krishna was never a child. There's no child Krishna for Mirabai. For Surdas, Krishna never grows. Eternally, what is he? Balakrishna only for him. That dimension of that they have taken. That's about it, remember. That's the bhavana of this. But any bhavana that they have, if you say, if Surdar went to see any child, you people read in Bhagavatam, Krishna went to the neighbors stealing butter, and you are sitting and listening to the story, tears are flowing. Wow, what a bhakti. You go home, the neighbor comes and says, I think your son has come to my house and stolen. What do you do? Huh? Krishna, catch that fellow, black and blue you give. And what is interesting is the biggest thing Krishna can steal in Gokula is what? Butter is the most valuable one there. What else? Even now you go there, there's nothing in that state. You got to imagine 5,000 years back, wow, how that village would be. In that, what else he is going to steal? iPad? iPhone? What he is going to steal there? That's the one they had. He steals that. And you listen to the story in Bhagavatam and say, that doesn't mean you encourage it. Okay? The ability to see it. Do you see the child? Pranks. The childhood pranks. It's a prank of a child. You just have to see the childhood pranks. That's about it. Dismiss it and walk. Do you have that maturity to see that? No. It says each one saw that in that fashion. Bhakti expresses as friendliness. Or you can put it this way, okay, instead of bhakti, bhakta. Any spiritually developed person, any spiritually evolved being will demonstrate all these qualities. He will be friendly towards everyone. You see, that equality. Friendliness means what? Equality. You see them as equal. There is no distinction. There is no superior, no inferior. No intelligent, dull. Rich, poor. Man, women. Black, white. North Karnataka, South Karnataka. Kannadiga. Telugu. Suddenly there is affinity. No? So how do you say? If you don't come to me and say that I am Telugu, I'll say, oh ho. Suppose if you come to me and say, Tamil Nadu, where? Chennai. Chennai la inga. And if by mistake you say Mylapore, finished. Mylapura. Suddenly there is a tremendous collect. Why? We have struck the common. The common denominator for all of us. Expressions may vary. The electricity that is passing through the bulb is the same electricity that is passing through the mic. It's the same electricity that is passing through the fan. The fan does a different job, the mic does a different job, the bulb does a different job. But the electricity is same. Similarly, there is that same consciousness that is functioning in you, in me, in everyone. The moment you identified that consciousness itself, Atman, Brahman, you will see everyone equal. That experience of equality internally manifests as friendliness externally. You see that? You have seen two qualities. We can see little faster as we go along. Okay, just starting. So, like English car, it will take time. Diesel car, Mari, it will take time for us to pick up. But once we pick up, we can move faster. So we got to wait till then, right? I'll see you next class. Thank you.